My mother-in-law bought iPhones for all the grandkids except the one who doesn't count. Hi, Travis, 36. And this time last year, I thought the worst thing I'd have to deal with was my mother-in-law's passive-aggressive casserole comments. Then she gave brand new iPhone 17 Pro Maxes to every grandkid except mine because, and I quote, "She's not really family, so I made sure she'd never see any of them again." Let me rewind. My wife Rebecca and I have been married for 9 years. We tried to have a baby for almost 6 of those. After countless failed IVF attempts, heartbreak, and enough debt to start a small nation, we adopted Lily. She was 6 months old when we brought her home. And for the first time in years, our house was quiet in the right way. We named her Lily Rebecca. My wife cried when we signed the papers. I cried when we put her crib together. It felt like our family had finally arrived, except Patricia, my mother-in-law, had other ideas. She didn't say anything cruel at first, just subtle digs. Things like, "Are you keeping her original name? What if the birth parents come back?" Sometimes when couples stop trying so hard, they magically get pregnant. You know, the kind of garbage that sounds like concern, but is really just judgment dipped in sugar. The thing is, Patricia always played favorites. Rebecca's brother Jason has 2 kids, both boys. Amanda, the youngest sister, has a daughter, all biological, all treated like golden eggs. Lily got Target gift cards. The others got drones, tablets, remote control cars. Lily once got a grow your own flowers kit. In December. It wasn't just the presents. It was the attention, the one-on-one zoo trips, the cookie baking sleepovers, the accidental forgetting of Lily's birthday that one year. Rebecca always tried to smooth it over. "She's adjusting," she'd say. "Give her time." Well, she had 7 years, and then came the iPhone night. Patricia called a big family dinner. Everyone was there, Jason, Amanda, their spouses, their kids. Lily wore her favorite yellow dress and brought homemade cards for her cousins. Half an hour in, Patricia stood up and made an announcement. "I wanted to do something special for my precious grandchildren." She pulled out a shopping bag full of iPhone 17 Pro Max boxes. One by one, she handed them out to Jason's kids, Amanda's daughter, even the 5-year-old who still eats glue. Then Lily stepped forward, still smiling, still hopeful, and Patricia, that shriveled excuse for a soul, looked her in the eye and said, "Oh sweetheart, these are for my real grandchildren. You understand, right?" Lily froze, then whispered, "Did you forget mine?" Patricia chuckled, and said, "You know what I mean. These are for family. I watched my daughter crumble in real time. I watched my wife turn pale. I watched every adult in that room stare at their shoes while Patricia discarded my child like she was a mistake. We left. No yelling, no drama, just walked out. But in that silence, I promised myself something. She would never hurt Lily again, and she would never see another grandkid under my roof. The car ride home was dead quiet. Lily fell asleep in the back seat, still clutching the crayon drawing she'd made for her cousins. Rebecca didn't cry. She didn't speak. She just stared out the window, like if she looked hard enough, maybe the last 2 hours would undo themselves. When we got home, I carried Lily to bed. She murmured in her sleep, "Did I do something bad?" I almost lost it right there. Rebecca sat on the edge of our bed for a long time, moving. Then she finally whispered, "I think she broke something in me." I said nothing. I didn't trust myself to speak. We stayed up that night talking, processing. Because how do you talk about your mother telling your daughter she's not real family? We listed every slight, every time Patricia excluded Lily, the missed birthdays, the cheap gifts, the accidental name mix-ups. It wasn't one moment. It was systematic. Rebecca kept going back and forth. "She's my mom" versus "Lily comes first." That's when I said it. "We don't owe toxic people access to our daughter." That landed. The next morning, Patricia texted Rebecca like nothing had happened. "Hope you're feeling better. Let me know if Lily liked the dinner." That's when Rebecca sent the message that set the tone. "Until you can apologize to Lily directly and acknowledge that she is your grandchild, we're done." Patricia's response: "I will not apologize for speaking the truth. She's not biological. This is your drama, not mine." Rebecca read it out loud, then quietly said, "Okay, that's it." We blocked Patricia's number. then Jason's, Amanda's. One by one, we told them all the same thing. If you think what she said was okay, then you are not welcome in Lily's life either. They tried calling us dramatic, overreacting, that she meant well. You don't call a 7-year-old not real family and get the benefit of the doubt. So we pulled the plug. No more family dinners. No more cousin playdates. No more texts. Our house became a fortress. Not angry, not cold, just safe. 2 weeks after the iPhone ambush, we got an invitation to Jason's son's birthday party at Patricia's house. Like nothing had happened, Rebecca stared at the invite for a full minute, then called her brother directly. Is Mom going to be there? She asked. Jason, sounding like he just bitten into something sour, replied, well, yeah, it's her house. Then we're not coming. Come on, Rebecca, he said, exasperated. You can't keep avoiding her forever. Just apologize and move on. Rebecca blinked. Apologize for what, exactly? For making such a big deal out of nothing. She feels really bad about the whole phone thing. She feels bad. She can call Lily and apologize directly. Until then, we're not coming to any event where she's present. Jason hung up without another word. That night, we took Lily to an amusement park. She rode the tiny coasters, ate cotton candy, and didn't mention her cousins once. Not once. We thought that was the end of it. Then Patricia went nuclear. She began posting on Facebook. And not just vague, some people nonsense. Full martyr mode. Heartbroken. Family should forgive. I made one small mistake, and now I'm being punished. I raised my daughter with love, and she turns around and takes my grandchildren away. It's devastating. Every post was deliberately public. Every post invited comments, sympathy, pity, sides, and people took sides. Some friends people Rebecca had known since high school started messaging her, saying she was being unfair, that maybe Patricia didn't mean it that way, that she should be the bigger person. Others sent screenshots of the posts with messages like, what the hell? And this is disgusting. For every person scolding Rebecca, there were 3 more horrified by Patricia's behavior, especially once we told them what actually happened. We kept Lily out of it. No explanations, no drama, but she noticed. She asked why she hadn't seen her cousins. Why Grandma Patricia hadn't called. Rebecca told her gently. Because sometimes grown-ups say hurtful things. And we have to protect ourselves from getting hurted. Lily nodded. Didn't cry, but she understood. 3 weeks after the iPhone incident, Patricia showed up at our door. And a warning. No text, no apology. She was wearing her best funeral outfit and holding a gift bag. A single, shiny iPhone box sticking out of the top. I opened the door. She gave me a rehearsed smile. I'd like to speak with Rebecca. She doesn't want to speak to you, I replied. Already closing the door. You can't keep a daughter from her mother. Watch me. Rebecca heard the commotion and appeared behind me. One look at Patricia and I saw it, that last flicker of hope in her eyes get snuffed out. What do you want, Mom? I came to make amends, she said, raising the gift bag like it was holy. I bought Lily a phone too. I realized I made a mistake. Rebecca didn't blink. What I wanted was for you to treat Lily like your grandchild from the beginning. Not to humiliate her in front of everyone. Not to make her cry. Not to say she wasn't real family. I didn't say that, Patricia snapped, a little too fast. You did. Rebecca's voice was ice. You said the phones were for your real grandchildren. And when Lily cried, you told me not to be so dramatic. And when I texted you, you said you wouldn't apologize. I misspoke. It came out wrong. No, I cut in. You meant exactly what you said. And now that it's cost you, do you want to walk it back? Patricia's mask slipped. She's not my blood, she snapped. I'm sorry, but that matters. It just does. I can't help how I feel. Rebecca didn't yell. She didn't cry. She just nodded once. Quiet. Final. Then we can't help how we feel about you being in our lives. Goodbye, Mom. She closed the door. Patricia stood on the porch 5 more minutes, knocking, begging, guilt-tripping. We didn't answer. Inside, Lily was watching cartoons. Completely unaware her grandmother was trying to buy her way back into our lives with the $1,000 bribe. She never got that phone. She never would. The next day, the floodgates opened. Jason and Amanda blew up. Rebecca's phone texts, missed calls, Even a furious voice memo from Amanda that started with, "I cannot believe you slammed the door in Mom's face," and went downhill from there. Apparently, Patricia had told them she came bearing a heartfelt apology and was turned away like a criminal. Rebecca listened to Amanda's rant, then calmly typed back. She said, and I quote, "She's not my blood. That matters. She called Lily that child. That's not an apology. That's a remind." Neither of them responded after that. Patricia, though, she ramped up her social media martyrdom to a level that would have made reality TV stars blush. "Family should forgive. I tried to apologize. I was rejected. All I want is to love my grandchildren. I made one mistake. Now, I'm being erased from their lives. When did we stop forgiving our elders?" Every post had smiling pictures of Jason's and Amanda's kids, like a visual guilt trip. Look who still loves grandma. But the best part? She posted a picture of the unused iPhone sitting on her table with the caption, "Still waiting for Lily to come get her gift. My door is always open." Rebecca stared at that post for a full minute before muttering, "Not even subtle." We ignored it. We stayed busy. Family movie nights, weekend hikes, Lily's school talent show, real life, real family. But one night, Rebecca was scrolling and came across another post. This time, Patricia had gone nuclear. She'd written a long, rambling message that claimed Rebecca had only adopted Lily to spite her, to punish Patricia for being unsupportive during the fertility years. She claimed Rebecca had given up too soon on real motherhood and now was projecting her guilt onto the family by cutting them off. Rebecca sat on the couch in stunned silence. "She really believes that," she said. "She actually believes that I adopted Lily to hurt her." That was the moment I saw it click for Rebecca. Not rage, not heartbreak. Claire, she's never going to get it, she said softly. She's never going to see Lily as hers. And honestly, I don't need her to. Lily has us. She's got your parents. She's got love. And then Rebecca said something I didn't expect. I want to adopt again. Blinked. Really? I want Lily to have a sibling who understands. Someone who'll never make her feel like she's alone in this." She paused, then added, "And I want Patricia to know that our family doesn't need her. We're building our own, with love. No blood required." So we started the process. Quietly. No announcement. No social media. No group chats. Just us. We started the paperwork, called the agency, scheduled the home visits. And while we were doing that, we kept our world small and safe. Then, one Saturday, about a month later, Amanda called. Rebecca hesitated, but answered. "Mom had a heart attack," Amanda said. "She's okay now, in the hospital, but she asked to see you." Becca's face didn't move. "Did she ask to see Lily?" "No, just you." Ika looked at me. I already knew what she was going to ask. "If I go, will she think we're starting over?" "Probably," Rebecca sighed. "What if she dies before I say goodbye?" I took her hand. "What if you go, and she just hurts you again?" An hour later, Rebecca went to the hospital alone. 3 hours later, she came home, quiet. She asked about Lily, she said, collapsing on the couch. Said she missed her. Said she wanted to make things right. But then I asked if she saw Lily as her grandchild. She danced around it. Said, "Of course, I love her in my own way." Ika shook her head. "She still doesn't get it." "Not really. I told her to call when she's ready to actually apologize to Lily, not me, her," and I left. And that was it. Not dramatic. Not explosive. Just final. We were done. And for the first time in months, Rebecca looked at peace. A month after that hospital visit, Rebecca and I completed our home study. We were officially approved for our second adoption. We didn't tell anyone, not Patricia, not Jason, not Amanda. This wasn't revenge. It was protection. Our family was sacred. Now, no one who made Lily feel less than got a front row seat to our joy anymore. We didn't even post about it. No cute announcement photos. No matching outfits. Just us, and a quietly building hope. Then, 3 weeks later, we got the call. A match. A 4-year-old boy named Cooper. He'd been in foster care after his biological parents' rights were terminated. His caseworker said he was quiet, cautious, but resilient. He loved dinosaurs and hated peas. And he needed a stable home. We met him in a supervised playroom. He clung to a stuffed stegosaurus and eyed us with the kind of suspicion only a child with real trauma knows how to wear. But a Lily? Lily walked in and said, "Hi, I'm your big sister," and sat next to him like they'd been born in the same house. Within an hour, they were playing with blocks.by the end of the week. We were all eating dinner together at our kitchen table. Lily insisted we light candles for fancy vibes. Cooper just wanted ketchup on everything. It was perfect. 2 months after the match, he moved in full-time. The adoption finalization was scheduled for the following month. Still, we told no one. Then one random Tuesday, we bumped into an old friend of Patricia's at the grocery store. She saw us with 2 kids and looked confused. We smiled politely and moved on. That friend, of course, called Patricia immediately. We know because Patricia called us that night. She left 3 voicemails, all variations of, "You adopted again and didn't tell me? You're keeping my grandchildren from me? How could you do this to me?" Rebecca didn't respond. The next night, Patricia tried again, this time furious. "You think you can just replace your real family? I have a right to know my grandchildren. This isn't how families work, Rebecca." Rebecca finally answered, calm, cold, final. "You made it very clear that adopted grandchildren don't count to you," she said. "So no, you don't get to know this one either." She hung up and blocked her. Again, that should have been the end of it, but Patricia, ever the queen of public pity, ramped up her Facebook sob story campaign. Now, the posts weren't just about Lily, they were about how we'd hidden a whole child from her. How we were deliberately alienating her. How grandchildren are not weapons. She posted a filtered photo of herself with a candle and wrote, "Praying for the day my daughter forgives me and lets me meet my grandchildren again. I have so much love to give." Comment section? A battlefield. Some people bought it. Others knew better, especially the ones who remembered the original iPhone story. But still, she got attention. Sympathy. Fuel. Jason texted Rebecca again, angry that we blindsided the family with a secret adoption. Amanda sent a paragraph about how we were breaking Mom's heart. Rebecca's response? "If Mom wanted to be part of this family, she should have treated Lily like hers from the start. I will never let Cooper grow up feeling like he's next in line for rejection. This family isn't built on blood. It's built on love. And if that makes you uncomfortable, maybe you need to rethink what family means." Jason didn't reply. Amanda tried one last time. "Just talk to her. She's old. She won't be around forever." And Rebecca, God bless her, sent the final word. "Exactly. And I refuse to let my kids spend what little time she has left being treated like they're not enough. If she ever wants to truly apologize to Lily and Cooper, the door is open. But until then, we are done performing family for someone who only loves conditionally." And that was it. And no more calls. And no more messages. We'd drawn the line. Not in sand, in stone. Cooper's adoption was finalized on a rainy Thursday morning. In a small courtroom with pale blue walls. We signed the last paper, took a photo with the judge. And just like that, he was ours. Officially, forever. Lily held his hand the entire time. Cooper wore a little dinosaur bootie. Rebecca sobbed the second the judge said, "Congratulations." I did too, but tried to pass it off, like I had something in my eye. We went out for pancakes afterward. Lily announced to the waitress that we were celebrating a new brother. Cooper smiled for the first time all day when she brought him a whipped cream mountain with a candle in the middle. And no one from Rebecca's side of the family was there, but you know who did show up that night? Patricia. Again, uninvited, unannounced, unwelcome. She stood on our porch in the rain, holding a photo album. A literal photo album. Old school, plastic sleeves and all. She rang the bell 3 times before we opened the door. "I heard you finalized the adoption," she said, drenched but smiling like this was normal. "I made something for him. Pictures of the family, his family." I didn't say a word, just stared at Rebecca. "Wait." Rebecca stepped outside, calm, composed, hands in her pockets. "You don't get to show up now," she said. "I'm trying to make peace." Patricia insisted. "No, you're trying to insert yourself. Again. You never apologized to Lily. You never acknowledged what you did. And now that Cooper's official, you want back in?" Patricia's face twitched. "I'm their grandmother." "No, you're not," Rebecca said softly. "Not until they say you are." She stepped back inside and closed the door, Patricia stood there, clutching the photo album like it would open something back up. It didn't. That night was the last time Patricia ever stood on our porch. She didn't ring the bell again, didn't leave the photo album, just stood there a few minutes in the rain, then turned and walked away. I watched her go from the upstairs window. She looked small, deflated. I wish I could say I felt something pity. Maybe. But all I felt was relief. The next morning, the social media storm reignited. Patricia posted a photo of the album, captioned, "I stood in the rain with memories in my hands, but my daughter slammed the door in my face. Family doesn't mean anything anymore. Praying for healing. Cue the sympathy brigade. You don't deserve this. Your daughter is cold-hearted. Grandkids need their grandmother." No matter what, Rebecca didn't even flinch. Instead, she did something new. She posted a photo to .it was a candid shot from Cooper's adoption day, Lily with her arm around him. Both of them smiling, faces sticky from syrup and whipped cream. No captions. No hashtags, just love. The contrast spoke volumes. The comments on her post were pure support. Friends, colleagues, parents from Lily's school, people who knew us, really knew us, saying how happy the kids looked, how beautiful our family was, how proud they were. Rebecca never responded to Patricia's post. Not a word. She didn't have to. We were done giving oxygen to the drama. Over the following weeks, Jason and Amanda stopped reaching out entirely. Whether out of shame, loyalty to Patricia, or plain apathy, we didn't know. And we didn't care. We stopped checking Patricia's page. Stopped wondering what she'd say next. Stopped caring who believed what. Instead, we poured everything into our kids. Family game nights, backyard picnics, movie marathons with popcorn and matching dinosaur pajamas. Cooper had nightmares the first few weeks. Lily would crawl into bed next to him and rub his back until he calmed down. Watching our daughter comfort her new brother, like she'd always known how that was the family Patricia would never be part of. Not because we were cruel, but because she chose not to be. She drew that line. The day she looked a 7-year-old in the eyes and said she wasn't real family, we just finally decided to believe her. It's been a year since the iPhone incident. Lily is 8 now. Cooper just turned 5. They argue over who gets the last waffle and team up against us during family unknown nights. They laugh. They fight. They fall asleep on each other during car rides. They're siblings. In every sense that matters. Lily doesn't ask about Patricia anymore. Not really. Every now and then, she'll mention something. Remember when Grandma Patricia used to give the cousins presents? But there's no sadness behind it. Just curiosity. Like remembering a strange neighbor who moved away. Cooper? He never met her, and he never will. We don't speak her name in our house. Not as a punishment, just because it doesn't matter anymore. Rebecca still hears from Jason maybe once every couple of months. Superficial updates. No emotion. Amanda's vanished completely. Patricia still posts. Still plays the victim. Still spins her lonely stories to an audience that grows smaller every month. Sometimes, I catch a glimpse of her updates through mutual acquaintances. I don't get mad. I don't even roll my eyes anymore. I just feel nothing, because that woman, the one who said our daughter wasn't real family, she no longer exists in our world. We built something stronger in her absence. We created a home where love isn't earned by blood, but given without condition. And the best part, every night, when I tuck Lily and Cooper into bed, when I hear their soft little voices say, "Love you, Dad," I know we didn't lose a family. We built a better one, from scratch, together, and none of it includes her.